What are the pros and cons of living in Indianapolis and central Indiana? Hi, it's Bob with Top Choice Real Estate, giving you the word on the street, talking Indiana real estate. Today we start our annual pumpkin delivery, courtesy of Oak Hill Farms. We're going to be delivering 200 of these bad boys to our clients across an area that covers about an hour and a half, 2 hours east-west, an hour and a half, 2 hours north-south. Okay, let's get to the 5 top pros and cons of living in Indianapolis and central Indiana. Let's start by looking at the con. I'm going to roll number 1 through 3 together because that's how I'm told them. Perception is, at least this is what I'm told, is that Indiana is small, vanilla, and boring. Okay, let's break them down. Number 1, it's small. Sometimes people from cities that are like 500,000 people or less tell me that India is a small market. And it's certainly smaller than, say, New York or Los Angeles or Chicago. But personally, I'm thinking that's a good thing. The city itself has 900,000 residents. The metro area is nearing 2 million. Compare that to Denver, also with 900,000. Or Boston with 700,000, and Miami has less than 500,000. So, India is smaller than the Big Apple, but it's certainly not in the sticks. Number 2, I'm told that it's vanilla. I take that to mean it's not diverse enough for some folks. Hey, that's your call. But first, let's do the math. 72% of the population is white, 14 black, 6 Hispanic, 4 Asian, and 4 other. Now, that's not too far off the national numbers. 59 white, 13 black, 19 Hispanic, 6 Asian, 3 other. Now, if that's too vanilla for you, hey, go elsewhere. It'll make you happy. On the other hand, I find there's a place for everyone. I was out looking at 7 acres the other night, and I was with a cardiologist. We're talking a bit, and he shared with me that his birth country was Jordan. I said, hey, do you know the Hattab brothers up the street? They're clients of mine, and they're from Jordan. And we had talked a little bit, and he says, yeah, I do. And then he told me a little bit about them. So, you know, I have clients from many different countries and clients who are members of all different sorts of groups. I don't know. I find that they figure out how to hang with their homies, their amigos, or whatever, and to hang with people they meet here. And they do a good amount of just mixing it all together. Thinking about relocating to central Indiana in the Indianapolis area? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below. From top employers, the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things you need to know before making the move. The best part, the guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. I hope that helps. Number 3, I'm told it's boring. Of course, that's people that haven't been here, that there's nothing to do. Okay, there's not 2 NFL teams or 2 Major League Baseball teams. There's no Broadway, the seashore, or the Rocky Mountains. You can probably find more options in other cities. Yeah, I'm sure you can, but I'll leave it at that for now. Number 4, it's the weather. Regardless of where people are from, everyone complains about the weather. It's just the first thing that people talk about, and it just is. So yes, we have 4 seasons. You either embrace it, or at least learn to live with it, but I guess the flip side is you do get all 4 seasons. I have a good college friend that lives in the Pacific Islands. And one of the things that she tells me is she misses the 4 seasons. So, hey, it's your call what floats your boat. Number 5, you know, I could say that the 5th con is maybe traffic or walkability, but I'll be brave and address something that the Chamber of Commerce will never bring up. It's a question many people have and never get answered. So I'll give you the full scoop. Yeah, I'm talking about crime. Does Indy have some? Sure, it's a city. And what crime there is largely concentrated in certain known neighborhoods. It's my job to find you property in neighborhoods you are totally comfortable with. You know, I get calls from investors from all over the country, hell, all over the world. And, you know, what they say is, I want a good neighborhood. And I'm like, help me out. That means different things to different folks. So tell me whether you don't want to have to carry a gun to collect rents, or whether you want to be able to walk your dog at night, or maybe you just want to be able to hang out on the front porch. You certainly want your kids to be able to play safely outdoors. Just tell me how you define a good neighborhood, and I'll help you find what you're wanting. Usually, it's not a challenge at all in the suburban areas. But in urban neighborhoods, you can transition very quickly, especially in revitalization zones and gentrifying areas. My job is to help you find your comfort zone and to project where the trends are headed. Okay, enough about the cons. Let's switch gears and talk about some of the pros of living in Indy and Central Indiana. Here goes. The number one pro is living in Central Indiana is affordable, more so than almost all other states. The median existing home price is $258,000, and with a median household income of $63,000, we're talking that you can buy the average house, the average person can buy the average house for 4 times their income. Okay, let's compare that to the national average existing home price of $410,000 and divide that by the median household income of $71,000. Do the math. It's 6 times the median income to buy the median house. So your money goes further here. You can buy 1.5 houses for each dollar. Now, who wouldn't love to do that? Number 2 is jobs. When it comes to low unemployment, Indy ranks 15th among the largest 50 cities in the United States. Now, 60 years ago, there was a lot of the auto industry here, and that impacted unemployment and made for somewhat of an unstable economy. But those days are long gone. There's very little auto industry here anymore. So that means a much more stable economy. And being an ag state, it's even more so. Let's face it. People are always going to need to eat. Now, in addition to ags, some of the top employers include healthcare, universities, Eli Lilly, which is a Fortune 500 company with its headquarters here, Roche Diagnostics, another Fortune 500 company, Dow Elanco, another with their headquarters here. And being the crossroads of America, there's many logistics and distribution centers found here, including Amazon and FedEx, which has its 2nd largest air hub in the world here. So, summing it up, there's lots of jobs and a stable economy. Number 3 of the pros is traffic. Yeah, we have some, but you know, I grew up in the Chicago area. When I came down and went to Indiana University, I never went back, and traffic was one of the big reasons. When my stepdaughter after college lived in the Chicago and worked in the area, she had a 2-hour commute each way. And you know, you can visit LA and you can sit in traffic on the middle of a Tuesday afternoon for 2 or 3 hours in gridlock. We don't have that. So, you know, people here complain if it takes them a full hour to go from the south side to the north side. According to bestplaces.net, the typical commute time is just 25 minutes. And that's just one reason why number 4 is family. You hear this often when you ask people, why'd you move here? Or why'd you stay here? And the answer a lot of times is family. It is affordable. Everybody can live here. It's not just the rich one in the family. There's low unemployment and a stable economy, which means to you don't get forced to move very often. And the short commute means you get to spend more time with your family. You get to go see your kids' ball games. Heck, you can even sign up to coach. The work-life balance is a real thing here. Okay, number 5. Let's go back to that boring thing. Consider the following as my top 10 things to do. Number 1 has to be the Children's Museum. It's the largest in the world. There is always something new to do there, whether you're taking your own kids to go spend a Saturday or whether you have people in from out of town. There is just always something to do at the Children's Museum, and it's neat. Number 2 is sports, and it's a long list. You've got the NFL Indianapolis Colts, you got the NBA Indiana Pacers, the WNBA Indiana Fever, you've got the minor league baseball Cardinals that play at Victory Field, always a good time. Minor league hockey with the Indy Fuel, you got pro soccer's Indy 11. You got 4 major universities with 1 hour and countless Big Ten and NCAA championship events here. You have the U.S. drag racing champions this year, and you have the Indianapolis 500. My Lord, what a list. Number 3, you have a vibrant and growing food scene. And number 4, you have nightlife. You've got the downtown, you got Fountain Square, you got Mass Ave, and you got Broad Ripple. And number 5, you can go to the other extreme. You've got rural happenings. You've got Brown County State Park year-round, and you've got the Park County Covered Bridge Festival each fall, which features 31 covered bridges And 2 million visitors come every year to those 9 little communities. You've got golf courses. I'm gonna do a video for you on those here in a couple weeks. I put my boat on the water in April, and I will probably boat for another month. It's September. It will probably be close to Halloween before I take it off. Earlier this year, I was fishing on the water in January. Number 8, the beach. We don't have the Atlantic Ocean or the Gulf of Mexico, but we do have the third coast. It's unsalted or salt-free, take your pick. It's Lake Michigan. You can go to New Buffalo in about 2.5 hours. You can eat at the Stray Dog, and you gotta have a Stray Dog t-shirt. We head up there about 3 times every summer. Number 9, Nashville, AKA Music City. It's just a 4-hour drive. Great for a weekend. Number 10, you can get there from here. They don't call this the Crossroads of America for nothing. You can get on the road or get on a plane and you can get there. What's not to like? So, boring, eh? Enough said. Okay, that's 5 pros and cons of living in Indianapolis and central Indiana. Hopefully you have a little better feel for the good and the bad. And after all, that's what this channel is all about, telling it like it is and giving you the information you need to improve your future. If you're thinking about moving to Indianapolis, be sure to hit the subscribe button, tune in to get the word, because here at Top Choice, we can help you with home, land, building site, even a commercial building or investment property. And remember, I work harder to make great things happen. Make it a great day now.